It is 1:11 a.m. and I'm doing a recap on this horrible game from the Marlins as they lose 15-2 to the LA Dodgers. And I think Sandy's command is just done. This is the worst I've seen in Sandy. I think the Tommy John surgery might have destroyed his career because he's not pitching well. And going to Dodger Stadium, he's still not pitching that great. And he only pitched two tenths of the second. He was a mess. His command was a mess. The very first pitch of the game was a home run to Shohei Ohtani, and that's a lot of things that they're going to mostly talk about. Is another Shohei Ohtani liftoff. The first pitch he sees is a home run to right. That's all the fans are going to talk about. And that's all the media is going to talk about. They're not going to talk about the blowout. Well, maybe they will. But they're also not going to talk about that the challenge was bullshit. I think it was a bullshit challenge to say that Xavier Edwards was out, even though he's clearly safe. I even have video. Look right here. Look where his foot is. Tag wasn't even there. Toe is still in the bag. Still in the bag. Look. He made it there. And then the tag was applied. Look, toe's still in the bag. But then when it finally came off, the tag was already off. So I don't want to hear people saying, well, if you watch the replay, I've seen a bunch of different angles. I've seen it. I watched it over and over and over again. I watched it over and over again. I don't see anywhere that says that he's out. And the call stood. The original call was out, even though he was clearly safe. The call stands. I was frustrated. Frustrating call to say that he's still out, even though he clearly fucking made it, you scumbags. Fuck you all. I mean, honestly, what's the point of having these fucking challenges if they're not going to get the call right anyway? What's the point? What is the bloody point? Is it LA? You guys love LA that much? They always get the bias of the calls. They always get the benefit of the calls no matter what sport it is. It's fucking bullshit. And this is no exception here. I'm tired of it, dude. I'm tired of it. Somebody needs to investigate this corruption. But really, in all seriousness, that ain't the reason why we lost this game. The pitching, it just gets overmatched by their hitting. The only good thing that came out was the top of the first and the top of the seventh. Top of the first, we saw a triple to Xavier Edwards. Good starts. Ramirez struck out looking. Dane Myers hits a single to center. 1-0 Marlins. Okay, that's pretty good. Myers stole second, and then Wackerman grounded out, and then Norby flat out center. Alcantara comes in. Him versus Ohtani. The very first pitch is a home run. That's what they're going to mostly talk about. Bats line out. Freeman doubled. Wild pitch. Hernandez hits a double to center. It's now 2-1 LA. Then there was a throw-in error by Edwards. That throw was so bad, and it just made it so much easier for the Dodgers to score. Muncy works the walk. Edman hits a sacrifice fly to left. It's now 3-1 LA. And then Page is grounded to third. 1-2-3 inning. And this is the pitcher that's making his debut. Major League debut. Oh, man. Ball in the second. Alcantara's pitching command is just not there. I mean, Conforto struck out swinging. I mean, that's when Conforto is still struggling. But Ohtani works a walk. I mean, those pitches are not even in the zone. Betts popped up to shortstop. Ohtani stole second. Freddie Freeman worked a walk, so another one. And then Hernandez double select, and Ohtani scores. 4-1 LA. Smith line out to second. 1-2-3 inning for the top of the third and the bottom of the third. Man, it just continues to get worse. Muncy grounded to first. Edman worked the walk. Edman stole second. Pages singled to center, which would allow Edman to score from second. Pages stole second, and Pages go to third from the wild pitch. Another freaking walk by Conforto. But this time, Ohtani at bat, he did strike out. He did strike out Ohtani. Conforto stole second, Betts singled center, and it's 7-1 LA. And Alcantara was done for the night. He was clearly frustrated. Freddie Freeman worked the walk, and Hernandez struck out looking. Look, the top of the third, let me go back to the top of the third before people say it's not a 1-2-3 inning. Theoretically, you could call it a 1-2-3 inning. Sure, Edwards got a base hit, but he reached second. He clearly reached second, and he was tagged out. Apparently so. To me, judged by the replays, he clearly made it to second. I even showed it to you. You want me to go back? You want to go back, rewind, and show, or you want me to show you it again? Because that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I still have no clue how he's not safe. It's so bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Top of the fourth, Dane Myers still hitting the baseball pretty well, but nothing came out of the inning. Tyler Phillips had to come in to pitch for Alcantara. He actually did that in the third inning. I think I said that. But he pitched a 1-2-3 inning. He didn't have a bad outing. 1-2-3 inning in both halves of the fifth inning. Top of the sixth, Dane Myers got his third hit of the game, and then a fielder's choice. And then in the bottom of the sixth, Soriano comes in to pitch. Why Soriano, bro? He's terrible. This is the pitcher that you want to be gone. This is a pitcher that you don't want on the team. He's been terrible for years. I mean, years. And you still rely on him to do a mop-up? And years ago, you relied on him to get to set up a closing position for the closer. Why is this guy still on our team? DFA him or option him down. One of the two. Nobody wants him on this team. Nobody. I mean, nobody wants him on this team. Why is he still here? By the time he finally got the first out, was the fifth at-bat in the inning. Because before that, Mookie Betts hits a single, Freddie Freeman hits a double, Hernandez reached first base on the catcher's interference. I mean, Ramirez was a little bit close. The bat hit the glove. So it is catcher's interference. The Dodgers challenged it because initially it wasn't, and it was catcher's interference. That call was right, but was the other one still wrong? It's fucking bullshit. And then Smith, of course, hits a double, which will allow Betts and Freeman to score. It's now 9-1 Los Angeles. Muncy finally gets a first out. He struck out swinging, but then Edman hits a double to left. It's just a bad situation, and it became 11-1. Pages reached an infield single, and then a double play to end the inning. Oh my God. Top of the seventh, Norby grounded to second, Lopez singled to right, Sanchez grounded to the pitcher. I'm pretty sure if this was the Marlins, they would not get the out at first. But then Simon singled to right. It's now 11-2. Yay, a run. Sanoja ground to second. And believe it or not, folks, despite giving up 4 runs in the bottom of the sixth, Soriano's still pitching in the bottom of the 7th. Insanity. And granted, he struck out Ohtani looking, which was surprising. Hernandez worked the walk. Miguel Rojas grounded to second. So there's 2 outs there. And Hernandez just continues to lay waste on the Marlins. Hernandez still second on the wild pitch. It's 12-2 Los Angeles, by the way. And Smith worked the walk. And Soriano is finally taken off. So now the Marlins pretty much waved the white flag and put in Sanoja. Muncy grounded to first from a first pitch. Top of the 8th, there's a walk, but nothing happened. Bottom of the 8th, 3 runs scored from Sanoja's pitching. Taylor grounded to the pitcher, which was Sanoja. Pages hits a home run to left. That's 13-2. Conforto grounded to first. Barnes comes in to hit for Ohtani. Barnes hits a single. Hernandez hits a single. Rojas hits a single, so they score. And Hernandez hits a single. They score again. It's now 15-2, which would be a final score. Smith flat out to left. Top of the 9th, grounded to third is Norby. Lopez reaching an infield single. Sanchez hits a single. Poli grounded to second, and Sanoja fouled out. There it is, 15-2. Sandy had a miserable game. Our pitching had a miserable day. And then I'll say it too, our hitting was also miserable. 2 errors in this game. It was a throw-in error and a catcher's interference. Miserable game. Miserable game. It's a bullpen game and we get dominated. Miserable. Absolutely miserable. Changes need to be happened before we go back when we go back home. First off, we got to figure out what to do with Alcantara. We got to figure it out. Because he's lost his command. Because by the time the Dodgers come back in town, he's got to pitch against them again. So what do? You got to make some changes with the pen. Why is Soriano still in this team? I'm not saying he's the sole reason why we lost this game. No. Our pitching as a whole was bad. Except for Tyler Phillips. Tyler Phillips was not that bad. In fact, he was good this game. The biggest cancer is actually Soriano in the bullpen. He was awful. He's still awful. Even when the game is lost cause for it, he still gives up runs. What are we doing with him? It's not the guy. You need to DFA him. You have to DFA Soriano or option him down to AAA. It makes no sense for him to be on this team. It makes none. He's been awful for years, and you still have him in the Major League roster. Bring back Monteverde. I heard with Monteverde, when he was DFA'd, nobody picked him up, so he was outrighted to Jacksonville. Bring him back up. Give him more of a chance. Or bring back Gibson. Gibson was really good against the Phillies, who was one of the best teams in the league. Give him a shot. But even then, 15-2. I mean, I'm done talking about this game. The final game of this West Coast trip is tomorrow. It's at 3:00. Thank God it's early. And busy day tomorrow. We got 3 games. This game, the baseball game, and the 2 games that mean a lot, the playoff game and the semifinals of the CONCACAF. And I'm just done talking about this game. It's been a disaster. Disaster game at its finest. And honestly, we're looking at a sweep tomorrow. Because tomorrow's pitching matchup is Cal Quantrill versus Tony Gonsolin. Who I've never heard of. And I guess another one making his season debut. He's on an IL. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm done talking about this. Have a good night.